All right, everyone, here we go. All signs reading, doesn't matter what your sign is. Straight up energy reading for Mars, moving into Pisces. It's very interesting energy. I'll tell you about Mars and Pisces what most people will tell you about it. And it holds true here. It does. It's a dance. When Mars is in Pisces, it's a dance between feeling something spiritually, right? And what can actually happen in the 3D, okay? What you can actually do. And you won't go for anything. Everything you go for under this energy will have a dreamy, spiritual sort of side to it, okay? So, that's fine. That energy is here. That's Mars in Pisces, that dance between spiritual and tangible kind of a thing. However, in this particular case, we have Mars going into Pisces right on top, right at the top of Aries season. All right. So, what does that mean? Well, it means for you or for any incoming energies attached to you, there's an element of selfishness that's involved with it. That's the aspect that's shining through. There's an element of that. So I tell you, because you're here, check yourself, okay? Just check yourself before you're doing things. Make sure that what you're doing, what you're acting on, is for the greater good of everyone involved. Stop and ask yourself, does this benefit me? Does this benefit the energies around me? And you'll be fine. The energies on the other side, on the incoming side, I doubt they heard what I said. So there's this, they've got a dream, it's spiritual, it feels very good. Mars putting an antsiness to it. If it can happen in the 3D, they'll go for it, but there might be an element of selfishness, and that's come up in recent readings. And this is why. And it's very strong here in this energy. So, let's see where we go. I got a pre-shuffle. Surface energy, me talking to the universe. I have to say first, it's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. So reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Okay? All right. That being said, surface energy. I asked the universe, give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Mars in Pisces. I get the Wheel of Fortune crossed by the Hangman. This is some deep shit. You're making big changes here, and you'll see why. You're going to have a deep, sometimes we call this the dark night of the soul kind of thing. You're going to have a dark night of the soul kind of feeling about things you want to change, things you want to do. This is also an energy. It's very conducive for you or the incoming energies, because your energies, you're both attached here, right? For getting past something that's had power over you, It's a good time to stop a bad habit. It's a good time to, roles kind of reverse if there's somebody at work that's had power over you. You may get power over them. You may get control over it. Maybe it won't bother you as much anymore as it did before. Whatever it is, it's a good energy, right? A good time period to take control of something that's had control of you. And it's very easy to do in this energy. I'll just add that in. It's on the surface here, so it's up to your free will. Energy just provides opportunity. That's it. So I tell you about it so you can take the opportunity. Underneath the Hangman is the World, the most powerful card I could pull. This is a pretty powerful pre-shuffle with the first three cards, and there's another one. With the first three cards, major arcana, and powerful ones at that. One of them's a 10. 10's the end and dead end that lead to a new beginning. The World here is talking about a new lease on life, a new energy, right? A new era begins. And that ties to what I just said about taking control of something that's had control over you. That's a new era beginning, right? It's a moment you look back on and go, that's when I won, right? Well, they're going to the incoming energy is attached to this too. It's not just about you, it's about both sides. Underneath that is the Knight of Cups. If it doesn't feel right, you probably won't act on it in this energy. Okay? But if it does feel right, you're going to have a little bit of courage, this is a gallant knight, a little bit of bravery. And so will the incoming energies. And again, remember what I said about that selfish element, because we are coming into Aries season. Mars is going into Pisces during Aries season. That's pretty interesting. And underneath that is the Star, which is bookending the Wheel of Fortune. Again, tying to what I said, this is sometimes delayed, right? It's a delayed wish, a delayed manifestation until the energy's right for something to happen. Again, things are happening. Things are flowing. The energy is right. It's a divine timing energy. So Take advantage. I'll tell you because you're here. Take advantage of this energy. Don't let it pass you by. Okay, you got a real chance to come out victorious in all kinds of things, and and the things you act on in the 3D are going to feel very deep, very, very deep to you. Okay, very spiritual. Same applies to the incoming energy. But I don't think they're going to think about it too much, and that's come up in recent readings. We'll see. Let's pull ourselves a reading here. The first card out, I'm going to give the deck a shuffle. The first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? So why the fuck are we here? The King of Wands just tried to jump out. Universe knows I'm switching polarities here just to one side. That's funny. But remember, your energy's attached to all of this, so it's important. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen here. Well, we're here because of the Magician. It's an alchemy energy of the Magician. It's a Magician upright. It is led into gold here. Again, we talk about things that have held back. Led into gold. Moving forward. It is that type of energy here. Somebody's acting out of character here. That's for damn sure. Well, let's see. Let's see. What comes after the cut? I'm very curious. Yeah, the Hermit. Yeah. There's a lot of feeling. Somebody who's not used to feeling is going to feel. We've had that in recent readings. Right? But it's more than that. The feelings make sense in this energy, and that's where we have to be careful. I don't think the DF side will have a problem with it. But I think on the DM side, they're going to have a problem with that because it's almost like a mock or fake devil energy where it says something and it makes sense on the surface, but if you dig deeper, it doesn't, right? I don't think they're going to dig too deep. That Magician is the first card, number one card in the major arcana. You know, it's a newbie, if you will, kind of a thing. Okay, so again, acting on things, but it might be from a selfish sort of thing. But the soul energy is going to make sense to these to everyone on the DM side. It'll make sense to you as well. Just again, make sure you ask yourself before you do anything, because of that Aries aspect. You know, is this for my greater good? Does this benefit me? Does this benefit the people around me? Or am I hurting somebody by doing this? Because you will get some instant karma in this energy for sure. All right, let's go. Take it for what it's worth to you. All right, this could be a great season or a very dangerous season. One or the other. It could go both ways. It's a double-edged sword. All right, let's pull a reading here. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Mars in Pisces. All right, let's see where we go. Nine of Wands. 9 is the overall energy of the reading. 9 is the end in tarot, and there's a chariot underneath it. It's really simple. That was the energy coming off it. 9's of the end. It's the end. There's nothing left of that wall. Okay? Somebody here feels it. There's very little resistance to coming towards it. It applies to you. It applies to the incoming energies. Again, I've given you the advice to avoid the pitfalls of this energy. But the inside, on the other side, determination is the energy coming off of that. It's also the card that represents this soulmate cycle. It's Cancerian energy. This is a Cancerian themed cycle. That's the hot spot. All right. Okay, the hot spot angle. All right. Our reading's on the flip. Right here on top. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how this person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. There's the hidden energy message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. I can't predict what you're going to do. I can't predict what they're going to do. I don't even know what Flem the parrot over here is going to do in the next 5 minutes. Right now he's just sitting there looking at me on one foot. Okay. All right. You keep that left foot warm, buddy. Okay, I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end. You bet your sweet asses there's going to be a link for it extended at the top of the description. You want it? Take it. This is a powerful reading. It's interesting energy. What's the energy around your connection? 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. There it is. If it feels, what did I say? If the soul energy is making sense. It's like a mock devil energy. I say mock. It's like that frequency of devil energy that makes someone who's quit drinking for a year and they're all proud of themselves. They walk past a liquor store and it says, just get a little fifth. Just get a little nip bottle or something. You'll be fine. Just one sip. Right? And it's believable on the surface. It makes sense. Yeah, stop for a year. I could just have one sip. No, you can't. If you dig a little deeper, bad idea. Right? there's no devil energy here, but it's the way the energy is playing out. Everything feels spiritual. Everything feels like it's the right thing to do. You've got to check yourself with it. You've got to. But I've got an energy that definitely, you know, the incoming energy, this connection looks like a sirloin steak to a steak lover. All right? I get it. It might be coming in, too, with 9 cups there. It's possible. The end of thinking about it. 9's of the end in tarot. How they behaving in their life? IRL, as the kids like to say, in real life. 3 of Wands. Yeah. They get the intention. They go for it. We don't have a 2 of Wands here. We don't have none of that. It's just, yep, looking in new directions. Anything that makes them happy, anything that feels spiritual, they go for it. There's a high probability. I haven't written my write-up for April yet, but I will tell you my write-up for April in the blog will probably say there's a high probability of communication from all types of people. People you haven't heard from in a long time, people that have been holding on the feelings for you. Yeah, the energy is starting to flow here in Q2 of 2024 faster. The energy that was under the surface is coming to the surface, and it comes up pretty quick. All right? For reasons I've explained here. All right. Soul end, their soul is here. It bookends the 9 of Cups. All right, let's see. 7 Swords. Yeah. Again, there's a mild devil energy. It's not really there. It's not really a devil energy, but it is there. They're just believing the first thing they feel. They feel it, they believe it. Again, you've got to check yourself in this energy. Is this for the greater good? Am I the only one who feels this is 9 cups? Is this a good idea to tell the DF how I feel? This can apply to new people around you. It could apply to anybody. You know, people are going to confess all kinds of things to you in this energy, right? Things that have held them back, they now get control over, or at least they feel like they do. Okay, and everything feels deep and spiritual. All right, which is good. You want that if you're trying to quit a bad habit. If you're trying to change your lifestyle, you want things to feel deep and spiritual. It'll stick better, especially for the DF side. For their side, they need to dig a little deeper. They need to ask, is this for the greater good? Is this, am I, okay, all right. But anyway, we'll find out more when we clarify. Hidden energies here, message from the universe. Red with the 9 of Cups. There he is. The universe brought it out, saying I'm right. I'm 100% right. It's not really a devil energy that's there. It is a false aspect of the devil energy. It is a mock goat with its feet on fire. Okay? It's just, I love that. I love that the universe threw that card. I'm sure it wants to talk more about this. I'm sure it does, and we will. Okay, we'll get there. But yeah, no, I'm right. It's that kind of energy here. If they feel it, everything feels spiritual and deep. Boom. Just right on. Not even past the 2 of Wands. No 2 of Wands here. Just straight in. Boom. Right to that 4 of Wands. Walking a new path because it feels right. If you don't check yourself, you might end up finding you made a mistake. Okay? Even the soul is screaming, wait. Take a closer look. Okay. All right. Okay. Potential final outcome. Red with 3 Wands. I'm right again. It's a big card too. This is the card that leads into this. It's big. It's the death card. It's communication here. It's somebody just going for it, making changes, doing it for reasons I've already said. Again, if everything feels deep and spiritual, you're going to go for everything in this energy. If it's remotely possible in the 3D, making it happen, you will make it happen. Stop. Check yourself. Ask yourself those questions I gave you. The incoming energy isn't. All right? It's just, they just go for it. This communication here, that's a very strong aspect. No doubt with the Chariot here and the overall energy. Okay. And that 9 of Wands, nothing left of that wall. Not a lot of resistance. And the universe is like, maybe there should be. Okay. Let's, bottom of the Witches, the deck I'm going to use to clarify is the 10 of Cups. It looks good. I'm going for it. Well, wait a second, we might want to take a closer look. No, it looks good, I'm going for it. Well, wait a second, these are actors, maybe, right? There's cameras over there, they look like they're shooting something. No. So be careful in this energy. All right, everything feels wonderful. You'll go out and smell roses, you'll say hi to everybody. It's possible. A bit of that Pollyanna aspect sticking around that I talked about in a recent energy weather update. All right, why is the 9 of Cups here? Tell me about it. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Why is the Nine of Cups here? I feel like I'm being watched. Oh, I am. Never mind. He's just sitting over there quiet. He doesn't talk much on video anymore, old Flem the parrot. I think he likes coming to work with me. He loves this. All right. Here we go. Nine of Cups. Why is it here? All that shuffling, right? All that fucking shuffling. Ten of Cups. I got a big smile on my face. Everything I just said. Why did I stop? Someone out there was going, why is he showing us the random card at the bottom? And why does he keep talking about it? Everything I do in these fucking readings is for a reason. I didn't know that was going to come back, but there it is. I already said it. Everything I already said. If it feels good, they just go for it. On the DM side. On your side, you're not going to do that. Right? You're going to check yourself. But on their side, it's just go for it. Everything feels spiritual, and they're not used to it, but it feels so good. It feels like a drug, in a way. It's very nice. Okay, what's on top? Three of Swords. Yeah, got it. It's just... Why is the Nine of Cups here? The Three of Swords. It's somebody here who realized... There's one side that's realizing that they've caused a lot of pain here. Or because of this... Or because of the selfishness in the energy. For some of you, this is an energy that's attached to you of somebody who's got something they want to say or something they want to do. They can't take this anymore. They're going to do it because it makes them feel better. Okay? And I think that came up in the weekly reading, didn't it? That type of theme, didn't it? I think it did. One of the readings, Friday or weekly. Anyway, why is Three Swords here? Temperance. Somebody wants to make the boo-boo better. Okay? Somebody wants to make the boo-boo all better. Now, it applies in many different ways. I'm just reading the energy. Listen up. The same frequency of energy plays out many different ways. Okay? So, that being said, it's exactly what I said. Somebody wants to make it all better. Now, either it's how they hurt you and they realize that and they feel in that Nine of Cups in the connection, or it's somebody else around you who is feeling pain because they can't hold back anymore, something they want to say or express to you, and they're going to do it. They just go for it. Whether it's for the greater good of all involved or not on that side. A little bit of selfishness there. It could be both for some of you watching. Right? It could be a big, big month for you. I would tell you what. This energy stretches a little bit. Right through Aries season for sure. And that's what I'm focusing on right now. Aries season with Mars and Pisces. Okay. Three of Wands. Why is it here? Tell me about the Three of Wands. The energy's pretty powerful right now. This is a pretty powerful equinox that we're sitting on top of right now. You know, there's a lot of external energies that are playing a role in that. You know, everything is energy. Weather is energy. And it's just been crazy. You know, right now you got allergy sufferers that are going nuts because it's like an allergy season of world record proportions. You know, because the plants are just blooming like crazy. Even in Washington, D.C., you've got the cherry blossoms that have come out like... They haven't come out this early in something like 30 years or something like. I mean, it's just insane. I don't know the exact number, but it's insane. You know, they're the earliest they've ever been, or something along those lines, or at least for like the last 30 years. All of that affects things. And when you've got the equinox, the energy around, equinoxes are tough for a lot of people. A lot of people don't know why they feel weird and different in spring. It's a powerful seasonal change. Okay. Whether you're in the southern hemisphere or northern hemisphere, I know it's fall down there in Australia and stuff like that, but same difference. It's still a powerful season, you know. Equal and opposite reaction. Why is the Three of Wands here? Why am I shuffling so much? This ain't no weather forecast. Okay. It's crossed by the Page of Cups. They feel it, they go. Done. I mean, it's as simple as the damn picture. Act on it, right? Like a 13-year-old girl. Well, you know, that's it. I mean... It really is. Somebody here, the feelings are welling up in this person and they go straight to it. They go straight to it. They don't really think about it much, and their own soul is warning them about that. Okay? It's warning them a little bit. What's on top? Seven of Wands. Fight for it. Everything feels like a fight. Stand up and fight for it. right? It feels so good, right? It does. But they fight for it. Everything you do, talking to you guys now, everything you do in this energy is going to feel like some kind of, it's going to feel religious. It's going to feel like it's a mission, that kind of thing. That's why it's a good time to quit a bad habit, because it will feel like a mission to you. You know, your determination will be, you know, we've got determination here. You know, there's a lot of it. But it feels, everything feels like it's a righteous mission of some kind. Yeah, I believe it. Wow, with that tidal wave behind her. Why's the 7 Wands here? What did I say? I mean, just checking my read, the High Priestess. It's pretty spiritual, isn't it? I mean, I could go off and give example. I don't have to. Everything feels very deep and spiritual, and they don't give it much thought because we're talking about Mars, the planet of action, flowing through Pisces. You know, I mean, Pisces, dreamy, Neptunian kind of dreamy energy and intuition and all of that. Everything feels deep and spiritual, and they just go for it because of that Mars. And the selfishness aspect comes because Mars gets a bit of, it's not really balanced. In a sense, normally, I mean, ideally it would be balanced, but it's not because of the Aries season. And that Aries season puts a little heavier emphasis on the going for it, making it tangible in the 3D, you know? Okay, let's pull on 7 Swords. I mean, if you're waiting to, you shouldn't be waiting, but if you're wanting to hear from somebody, or if you're like, you know, who are these people around me that are holding all of these feelings, Steve? Well, this is good energy to find out in, you know? All I do is read energy. I'm not a fucking psychic. Even a psychic can't predict free will. All I do is read energy. The energy has to be right for something to happen. So if I say you could meet a new soulmate in this energy, for example, if I say that, you might not in the 3D, but there's a snowball's chance in hell that you will, because the energy is right for it to happen, and I'm telling you that. If the energy isn't right for it to happen, you probably won't. Right? So, again, I'm just letting you know. So if I say the energy is conducive to you meeting a new soulmate, put yourself out there. Don't lock yourself in a basement. You know, don't lock yourself in, well, I'm just going to binge watch TV for a week. Well, that new soulmate ain't going to come down your chimney. It's not Santa Claus, you know. But if the energy's right, that's why I tell you about the surrounding energies, so you can best take advantage of them. This is good energy for people to tell you how they feel, you know. And it's a good energy for you to move in some directions you wanted to go in for a while. Maybe felt restricted. Why is the 7 Swords here? Tell me about it. We're getting to the devil next. It's crossed by justice. Yeah, again, just the surface energy is deceptive. The surface energy coming off the soul. Anything that comes off the soul on the incoming energy and for you is going to feel absolutely righteous, justice, absolutely great, balanced energy, happiness. If it makes them happy, they fight for it. It feels like a mission. They go for it. I'm just getting my read backed up, but this is powerful to have justice crossing here, because you're going to have to really, really think about it, because it really will feel right. It'll feel like the right thing to do, whatever it is for you. All right? For most of you, this is about conquering something that has had control over you. You know, for a lot of it. For a lot of you, you release this, you know. You finally figure out the concept of no expectations for the outcome. The unknown is the beauty of life. Not knowing what's around the next corner is what keeps life exciting. It's what you should get excited about, you know. What's on top here? It's not the destination, it's the fucking journey. And the journey's fun. It's a fun car to drive if you look at it from the right perspective. King of Cups. Yeah. It's a reversed energy. You don't have to take my word for it. You don't have to, but it is. And that's how I'm going to read it. Reversed King of Cups. I read them reversed energy if they come out that way. They don't have to, but it is. We'll call it sideways kind of energy. It's just too much. It's just, the DM side is feeling too much. And they don't know how to control it any more than this guy knows how to control this water from coming in. He'd rather have a whole bunch of rocks there. Okay, that's all. Why is the King of Cups here? We're pulling on their soul right now. So we're getting stuff like this. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah. Everything, there's a newness. Both sides will probably feel this. We saw it with the world in the pre-shuffle. Okay? There's a newness to everything. Everything even things you've done a million times feel different and new in this energy. Everything does have kind of a Pollyanna rose-colored glasses aspect. We saw it with that 10 of Cups that crossed there after me talking about it for a while when it was random at the bottom of the deck. All right? This side isn't going to do any checking of themselves at all. They're just going to, well, I guess the water's coming in. Fine, I'll go for it, kind of thing. The selfishness aspect does come here. I want this. We got a pentacle in the soul here. All right, let's talk about the devil. Okay? There's going to be a newness to it for sure. All right. So this just backs up what I've said already. Don't need to harp on it. Let's talk to the fickle old gal universe with the goat with its feet on fire here. The devil. Why is it here? Well, I knew why you threw it initially, universe, but why? Tell me something else. Tell me something else. Let's see. Page of Wands tried to jump out. My little adventurer page. We'll see if it comes back. I don't know that it will. Oh, yeah. Right here. Everything I said, right? Ties to this Three of Wands. It's crossed by the Three of Wands. Yeah. Ties right over here. But there is a selfishness here. It's a selfish aspect of the devil. And that's come up in a recent reading. That frequency of energy. All right? Want what they want. Maybe the people on this boat don't want this guy on this boat. You don't care. We're going anyway. I want to be on the boat. I. Me. Right? Like that. Just go for it. Okay. All right. What's on top? Lovers. Yeah. I mean, the problem here is everything feels good, like I said. Right? Everything feels terrific. My issue here with the incoming energy in particular, which is precisely what the universe is talking about here in this one section. Okay? The Lovers is read with the Three of Swords. It's somebody making emotional decisions based on the Three of Swords, based on pain, rooted in pain. It's never the best conversation when that happens, in my opinion. Okay? It might be. I mean, it could be good, but usually it isn't. Why is the Lovers here? The Death card. And that is the last card out before the Death card in the final outcome. Yeah, the Death card. Somebody here, something about this transit of Mars through Pisces, and I'll phrase it this way, is reigniting all of your soulmate connections. Even ones you didn't know about. But it's also on your side, just to bring you into the mix a little bit, it's also igniting something inside you. Okay? I don't think you're going to succumb to this. I call it a mock devil energy more than anything else. It's created by other energies and it behaves like a devil type energy. But yeah, somebody here, this is communication for sure from an incoming energy. This is the Lovers and the Death card together is something getting refired, something that ended here. Someone is feeling this and they are coming to, again, tell you how they feel or try to reignite something. All I'm drawn to are the Death cards, that guy's head on fire. Okay? That's it. Wow. Unreal. And that Three of Wands there ties all of this to this. I told you. They stand up and fight. It's a righteous thing here. Why is the Death card here? Final. What's the final on this? What can I'm going to flip it back to you. What can my viewers here expect from the incoming energy here? What's the final outcome from my viewers? What is it? Why is it here? Death card. What's the final outcome from my viewers here? Let's see. Let's find out. Wow. It's crossed by the Hermit. What's fueling that before I open my mouth? I just want to look. Yeah, see, there it is. Somebody here, under this energy, it's going to be very hard to feel that. Five of Cups. It's going to be very hard. Somebody here's soul is telling them what to do, and they're listening. They're just going for it. Without really looking at the consequences, though. Look like there's some consequences there if you look in the background, right? All right. So, again, I've already given you the advice. Check yourself. Ask yourself, I feel this. It feels good. It feels very spiritual. Is this the right thing to do? What's on top? Three Cups. Very emotional. Biggest card of communication for me in the minor arcana. Bigger than the Eight of Wands because it's about the flow of emotion. You're about to have a very emotional conversation, very spontaneous emotional conversation with either a person or a lot of different people or yourself. Or all of the above. It's possible. Okay? This card is read with the Seven of Wands here. When that's somebody standing up and fighting for what they feel. Yeah, this feels good. It feels everything feels. There's too much feeling here. Too much. And the end result might be that. But this is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle, the Five of Cups. I always tell you that. Why is the Three of Cups here? Nine of Wands. The overall energy of the reading shows up in the reading sometimes, and that's very important. It's right there. Somebody's going to speak to you very emotionally, and there's not a lot keeping. You're going to find out, I think you probably with the Hermit here in particular, you're going to find out a lot of things that are normally held back from the people around you, and you may figure out a lot of things about yourself as well in this energy. All right? Just take my damn advice. Ask yourself before you act on anything in the 3D if it's for your greater good and the greater good of those around you. Okay? Make sure. Very important. But this Nine of Wands, there's not a lot of resistance to going for the sun. Right? You could feel it. It's warm. It's nice. I want it. Right? And when it's read with the High Priestess, this would normally be somebody holding things back. They're not. They're not holding back at all. Very emotional conversations with people during this transit. The communications are very emotional. Okay. I like that. And keep in mind, the communications with yourself are also emotional. Don't worry about what the other side doing. Don't worry about the people around you. Use this time period, this transit of Mars through Pisces, especially during Aries season, to do you. Take care of yourself. All right? Allow yourself to act on things that feel spiritual to you. Just soak it all in. Just soak it all in. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. But, you know, again, if you want communication from somebody, most of you will get that. Most of you. I can't predict free will, but the energy sure as hell is right for it. You know, it is what it is. All right, let's go. A lot of people never get that concept. They don't understand. Oh, he's an energy reader. He said they might communicate. I said they might communicate. I can't predict a free will. I can tell you the energy is right for it. Right? That's all. That's all. The option is there. The opportunity is there. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes the energy is not right for communication. And it doesn't happen. Or if it does, it goes horribly wrong. One or the other. Try anything in the wrong energy and it goes horribly wrong. Put a freshwater fish in a saltwater tank. Try anything in the wrong energy and it goes horribly wrong. That'll go horribly wrong. Right? So I could boil it down like that if you want, if it helps with the if it helps you understand the concept. But all right, here we go. From the bottom, 3 cards and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my viewers here before I go pull some wicked voodoo on the Devil, Lovers, and Death card? By the way, all major arcana there in the base message from the universe. Unreal. Powerful at that. Fool, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. This is some powerful shit. Crossed by the Queen of Cups here, the Ace, Queen of Swords, Fool, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, base energy, Queen of Swords, crossed by the Queen of Cups. Wow. Wow. Everything feels like the truth of this energy. Be careful. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Everything feels, make sure before you act on anything, I'm just talking to you one more time. Make sure before you act on anything, it is the truth. Okay? It is something righteous. All right? Everything's going to feel very magical, very righteous in this energy. So be very careful with that. Somebody else here is expressing love. Maybe the energy's around you. Expressing love a little bit colder than you might like. Okay? A little bit colder than you might think it might come towards you. Either way, they talking some truth that has been held back quite a bit, like I said. And with that, you can move forward. And it allows, this is happening, this energy is here. Everything happens for a reason, right? This energy is here so that both sides, not just one side, both sides can move forward in new directions. And it applies to newer soulmates around you, people holding on to your energy. If there's somebody around you, for example, someone asked me about this. If there's someone around you who's holding on to feelings for you, they're holding on to a piece of your energy. They're thinking about you at night. They're dreaming about it, whatever it is. They're holding on to a piece of your energy. It's important to express how we feel. It's something that it can hold you back. It's a bit like putting stuff in your trunk. It makes your car go slower, right? You may have a car that does 0 to 60 in 4 seconds or something like that. It won't if I put 130 pounds of weights in the trunk. Okay? It won't. It won't come anywhere near that. They don't road track it, test it for Car and Driver magazine with weights in the trunk. Go ahead and get the weights in the trunk, Bobby. We got to test this car, right? No, they don't do that. So, that being said, it allows both sides to move forward. You're going to move forward with leaps and bounds in this energy if you do it right. Okay? All you got to do is just ask yourself if it's for your greater good. Things are going to feel very nice in this energy. Very magical, very spiritual. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I do my best for you. If you like this reading, great. If you want the extended, the link is in the description. All right? I want it. This is some powerful shit here. This is some powerful energy. I want to pull on that. I definitely want to check that out. All right. And I'll pull on you. I'll open the reading with you. We'll do the usual. We'll do a pyramid and all that fun stuff, you know. But I want to pull some side reads on this incoming energy for sure. That's it. Good luck.